DJI Osmo Action 6 has focus peaking, kind of. So if you have the macro lens, you can set the camera to show you focus peaking. So what that means is that there's a outline of red to visually indicate whether something is in focus or not in focus. So if you're seeing it on a small screen, like the one that I'm looking at right now on my DJI Osmo Action 6, you can kind of have a better idea of what is in focus without downloading and reviewing the footage. Now, if you don't have the macro lens, you don't get it normally, you can download the Mimo app, which I am monitoring that way. So what I'm doing is testing out the closest minimum focusing distance for f2.6. Now, why I selected f2.6 is because that's the largest aperture, that's the best depth of field that you can get with the Action 6. So I want to see how close you can get. Now, it does say that it gives you about 40 centimeters of minimum focusing distance. So what I've done is I've attached a lightweight tape measure to the camera to see exactly how it is, and using focus peaking to help me out. So I'm about 90 centimeters away. It's about 95 because this thing is about 5 centimeters long, so let's say 95. Now I'm using the letters on my shirt to see what's on focus, and the Mimo app will show what's in focus in red with its focus peaking. I'll have it somewhere on the screen so then you can monitor it while I move back and forth. So again, we're about 95 centimeters away, well into the 40 centimeters that needs the 2.6 aperture. And I can see that most of it has a red outline. I've come in closer, about 60, so about 65 centimeters. Okay, I can see that the established in 1911 is in focus. It's in red. I can kind of see the red outline of the letterings on the bottom and the top. Okay. Let's go down to about 40. Now 40 is about 45, but there's a little bit of play to see exactly what's in focus, what's not. This is the minimum focusing distance for 2.6. So again, I can see established in 1911, somewhat glowing red. There's a little bit of red here and probably somewhere here. Can't really see it too well, but I do see some red. I'm right now at 35 centimeters. I can kind of see a little bit of red here and a little bit of red here. Most of it's not, but I can see some of it. And then let's just get right in there. This is like 25. I think this is the closest focusing distance without a macro lens, and I don't think I see any redettes whatsoever. So this is too close. This is like a finger length or hand length away. That would be way too close anyways. So let's back up. Let's try that again. So that's about 40 centimeters. This is exactly where the close focusing distance should be. This is what it should look like roughly. Should be in focused, minimum. Let's back that out to 55 or 50. Okay, I can see again the established in 911 really showing up. I'm just gonna go past 60. This is 75. Again, you can see the established in 1911. I'm at 80, actually go to 90. Yeah, and I can see pretty well, even from like a meter away, that the lettering is pretty highlighted. Now, I can't see whatsoever on the tiny screen on the DJI Osmo Action 6, so it wouldn't help me whatsoever, but if I have the macro lens, I'm not going to be this far. That's just silly. So again, coming closer, about 70, 50, 30, and right up there at 10. Okay, so let's take a look at the footage in post. All right, so after looking at the footage, It was actually surprising to notice that the center, the dead center of the footage was pretty sharp, actually, even past or even closer to the camera than the minimum focusing distance. But anything outside the dead center did fall off and did get kind of blurry. After all my testing, I think you can probably get away with a lot if you're not planning to zoom in a lot. It's pretty sharp and I don't think people can really tell, but the biggest thing that I've noticed is that keeping your ISO low and having really good lighting helps you keep the best quality with the Osmo Action 6. Hope it helps.